Welcome to Geography Repo. Okay, I want you to picture something. Imagine a giant city, home to almost 30 million people. Now imagine that city is literally sinking into the ocean. I'm not kidding, this isn't a disaster movie. It's the reality for Indonesia's capital, and it has forced the country to make one of the most radical decisions in modern history.
So, today, we're digging into why Indonesia is moving its entire capital city. They're basically abandoning Jakarta, this sprawling, sinking metropolis, to build a brand new city from scratch right in the middle of a jungle. It's just an incredible story of crisis, ambition, and, you'll see, some huge, huge risks.
So just how bad is the problem? Well, it really all comes down to this one shocking number, 40%. Almost half of Jakarta is already sitting below sea level, and it's sinking more and more every single year.
This isn't some far-off problem for the future. It's happening right now, a daily reality for millions. Jakarta is the world's fastest sinking major city, and the reason why is both really simple and truly shocking. The city is literally drinking itself into the ground.
So, what does a sinking city actually look like? Well, it looks like this. Streets turn into rivers. For millions of people, this constant, severe flooding isn't an emergency. It's just Tuesday. And get this, some predictive models say that by 2050, huge parts of the city could just be permanently gone, completely swallowed by the Java Sea.
But why? Why is this happening? Now, it's not just about rising sea levels from climate change, although that certainly doesn't help. The real problem, the core issue, is something much more immediate. The city is incredibly thirsty, and for decades it's been forced to take water from right underneath its own feet.
It's this devastating chain reaction. First, the city's population just exploded, growing way too fast for its infrastructure to keep up. That leads to step two. The official city water pipes, they only reach about 40% of the people. So for step three, what do millions of other people do? They have no choice but to dig their own wells, sucking water directly out of the ground just to survive. And that brings us to the final, catastrophic step. Think of the ground under Jakarta like a giant sponge. When you suck all the water out, the sponge deflates, and the entire city sitting right on top just sinks.
So the key thing to understand here is that Jakarta isn't just flooding, it's collapsing. The very land it's built on is disappearing. When you're facing a problem that massive, what on earth do you do?
Well, Indonesia's answer is one of the most ambitious, most radical city-building projects you'll see anywhere in the world. They decided that if they can't save the old capital, they're just going to build a brand new one.
And this brings us to Nusantara. This isn't just a new city, it's being sold as a dream, a vision of a perfect city, a high-tech green utopia carved right out of the rainforests on the island of Borneo. I mean, just look at these plants. The official vision is to create a smart and sustainable forest city, which is basically the complete and total opposite of the crowded concrete jungle of Jakarta.
And the promises for this new city, they sound absolutely incredible. We're talking 100% renewable energy, becoming completely carbon neutral by 2045, keeping almost 2/3 of the area as reforested land, and get this, building it as a 10-minute city, where all your daily needs are just a short walk or bike ride away. It really sounds like a paradise on Earth.
But building a perfect city in the real world, it's never quite that simple. Behind this beautiful dream, there's a very complicated and, for some people, a very costly reality.
And here's the central conflict of this whole project. On one hand, you have the promise of a city that lives in perfect harmony with nature. But on the other hand, the reality is that to build it, you first have to clear-cut a huge section of one of the world's most precious and biodiverse rainforests.
And it's important to remember, this land isn't empty. It's been home to people for generations. There are an estimated 20,000 indigenous people living in the exact area where this futuristic city is being built, and now they're at risk of being displaced from their ancestral homes.
As one research institute put it, a lot of the local communities feel like this project is being built for the nation, but not with them. They feel like their rights, their culture, are just being pushed aside for the government's grand vision.
On top of all those concerns, the project itself has hit some major roadblocks. Having a grand vision is one thing, but actually making it happen, that's a whole other story.
Okay, so as of early 2026, let's look at the plan versus the reality. The inauguration was supposed to happen way back in 2024. Now they're just hoping to finish the key buildings by 2028. The plan was counting on 80% private funding, but that money has been incredibly hard to find. The project has even been officially downgraded from the national capital to just the political capital, and the new government has significantly cut its budget. The initial momentum has definitely hit a wall.
All of this leaves Indonesia with two massive unanswered questions. It's really become a tale of two cities with two very different futures. And it begs the question, can you really solve one city's problem without just creating a whole new set of problems somewhere else?
First, what happens to Jakarta? Just because the government is moving, that doesn't stop the ground from sinking. That leaves 28 million people in the greater metropolitan area who still have to deal with the collapsing ground and the constant threat of floods. So you're left with this stark contrast. On one side, you have the dream of Nusantara, this perfect green city. But will it actually become the sustainable paradise it promises for everyone? Or is it just going to be an exclusive bubble for the rich and powerful, while millions are left behind in a sinking city? And that brings us to the final critical question that hangs over this entire $32 billion project. It's a massive gamble. Can Indonesia actually pull this off? Can they build their city of the future without abandoning their past and sacrificing a priceless natural treasure in the process?
The future of two massive Indonesian cities really hangs in the balance. Is building a new capital a brilliant solution to an impossible problem? Or is it a costly distraction that's creating a whole new crisis? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world, make sure you like and subscribe to Geography Repo. Thanks for watching.